What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I figured I'd talk about some of my favorite things about the Canon EOS R6. So first off, I want to go into the build of the camera. It's very lightweight and easy to put in the camera bag. Doesn't really take up much space in there, especially if you have the kit lens here, the 24-105. Sorry, my hand keeps hitting my mic. Yeah, it doesn't really take up much room in the camera bag. Plus, it being light, it makes it a lot easier when you're vlogging, holding the camera out like this, or on your mini tripod, or whatever you have. It's just very lightweight, and I like that. It feels like if you drop it, that it would break easier, but I don't know. I don't really plan on dropping it much, so hopefully that doesn't happen. However, Bailey has broken one of my cameras before, so that was fun trying to get fixed. And the overall layout of the camera here, the wheels and all of that fun stuff. What wheels? I meant dials. All the dials that we have on here. So it's pretty nice. When you flip out your LCD screen, it doesn't quite hit your mic jack there. So that is nice. They have those placed perfectly on this camera, and it just feels super great in the hand. I am pretty much in love with this new experience of the mirrorless R6 here. But moving on, one of my other favorite things about this camera is CLog. Now, I don't have this. This is the first time I am using CLog in a camera with the R6 here, because as you guys probably know, if you're following my videos, I've only really had the ASPC sensors, the 80D, the 90D, and when I first started, I had the Rebel T6i. Those did not have CLog, so I had to download CineStyle and use that sort of. Anyways, CLog, great for color grading, and it's 10-bit 422. So if you're into color grading and color correction and you like the whole editing process, that is definitely a big plus, especially if you're making the upgrade from, say, the 90D or just any ASPC size cameras. The next thing that I like about this camera is IBIS. This and the R5 are the first cameras for Canon to put IBIS in. I'm saying this all messed up. The R5 and the R6 are Canon's first cameras that they put IBIS in there. That's in-body image stabilization. And depending on the lens that you can get up to 8 stops of in-body image stabilization. And it makes vlogging so much smoother, and B-roll seems to be a lot smoother too. So yeah, depending on the lens that you have, you can get up to 8 stops of IBIS, and once again, makes shooting and filming so much easier, especially if you're just more on the photography side of things. You can shoot at a lower aperture or shutter speed and still get a pretty crispy image, so that's pretty cool. Next up on the list of the things that I love about this camera is the customization. So as far as the dials and buttons, there's much more to it than I am used to, and I love it. It's great. I have my white balance set to this little knob here in Kelvin settings. It's great. with the RF mounts, the new RF mounts, I'm sure everybody knows this by now, but they have the control ring right here. And I have mine set to ISO. And when I'm vlogging, it just makes it so much easier. You know, I can just quickly adjust the ISO as needed, and I don't have to worry about things being blown out or anything like that. But speaking about things blown out, the next thing up is the Zebra. You get Zebra with this camera, so I have been playing with that a little bit, and I like it. I'm a fan. I usually have it on all the time when I'm shooting in video mode, so it's definitely a big plus there. Next up is the low noise. On my list of favorites about this camera, you have the Digic 10 sensor and a 20 megapixel resolution. So with those combined, you have a very low level of noise, especially at higher ISOs. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get zero noise, but you're pretty close to saying goodbye to the noise. I don't know if you guys have noticed that in some videos I've had some problems with noise, especially on, you know, of course, dark colors like dark blue or black or anything like that. But with this, it doesn't seem to be as much of an issue. I have noticed a little bit, but it's great, especially, you know, since my house is very low lit and the only time I have good lighting is here in the office. So, anyways, moving on to not the final thing of my favorites about the R6, but the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is the dual SD card slots. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it there. Yeah. But you get 2 SD card slots in here. Now, I have mine set to one SD card is for the photos that I take, and the other SD card is for the videos that I make. Now, you can set it up in multiple different ways. I'm not going to go into that much because I don't really know too much about that. However, double the storage, or in case one SD card fails, you can have your videos and photos going to both at the same time. You'll have a backup there, which I hear a lot of professionals like to do it that way. Like I said, I have mine set to photos on one and video on the other. I find that's more convenient for me. But that is it, guys, for this video. My favorite things about the new R6. I'm very much liking and loving using this camera. I'm a big fan, and I am so glad I upgraded from the 90D, which I'm currently shooting on now. So, with all of that being said, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, you can dislike the video. You don't have to, but that's an option. But as always, guys, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.